Good morning, this is Mita, and welcome to Talk Story Tuesday. And, I'm sitting here in one of my favorite places to go. Let me just give you a look around. Yeah, isn't it beautiful? Reed's Bay, so beautiful. I'm sitting here in my car, just looking at this lovely view this morning. And I was asking myself, okay, what's my intention with this? And my intention is like a mentoring opportunity. I'm over 60 and I've been in holistic health and body-mind therapies really since my 20s. And, there's just so many amazing things to share and to talk about. And I really want to talk to others as well, like do some interviews and, find out when was the pivotal moment in their lives when they started on their path of when they knew their purpose. And one of my clients the other day said something so profound, and I just keep going back to it and thinking about it. She said, it's not about winning in the moment. It's about building relationship. And the most important relationship is the relationship to myself. I mean, think about that. How profound is that? And really, that's kind of been what my whole life has been about. Not about winning in the moment, but about building the relationship with myself. Because that's where it all starts. It all starts with knowing the self. That quote, know thyself, right? Absolutely. So true. And how do we do that? How do we know ourselves? I mean, why do you think you're in this life? Are you in this life to just kind of bounce around from experience to experience, kind of like a leaf in the wind? Or are you here creating experiences to grow and to learn? Are you embracing that idea? Are you embracing that process? Once you do, life becomes so rich. It becomes filled with magic and mystery and purpose. So as I sit here this morning, I'm going to get ready to go for my walk. And I want to let you know, I'm going to do these on YouTube. I'll send my links out on social media, but I love YouTube, and you can get the full uninterrupted story. So I'll put a link down below, and I hope to see you there. Okay. So why am I here? I'm here in what people would say is paradise. And there are times when I have to actually really just say to myself, wow, I live here. And I got here through a series of very unexpected events. I used to live on Oahu, many, many years ago. And it was a very different experience. I definitely did get island fever. It's a much smaller island than here on the Big Island. I'm on Hilo side, and I had not started out with the intention to live in Hilo. My intention was, and my heart's desire was to live near my children and my grandchildren so that I could continue to develop my relationship with them and be around them as they grew up, because family is really, really so important to me. And my larger community family and my global family, they're all so critically important to me. And that's been really a cornerstone of why I do my work, my personal growth work, and the work that I offer to the world. And what's important to you? You know, what's the cornerstone of your life? Have you figured that out yet? Do you know how to figure that out? Or is that even important to you? So one thing that I like to say, like, I'm looking around here, we just had a rainstorm, so everything's very fresh, and the air is very pure, and it's warm and beautiful. One of the sayings that I learned from Access Consciousness that I learned to say to myself as I was going through some very difficult challenges before I got here was, how much better does it get than this? Yeah, as I look out here and just look at the ocean and feel the ocean and Mother in all of her glory, and I can say again, how much better does it get than this? How much better does it get than this? It's so amazing. And life is filled with challenges. I had tried to move to Northern California where my kids were, and it just never worked out. For years I tried that, and every time I got it together and it looked like I was going to be able to make that move, and I really loved the culture of where I was moving to, and I had friends there already. Every time I got ready to make that move, or I'd go down there, something wouldn't work out, and I'd end up back up in Oregon, and with my parents, who I had a very, very, very difficult relationship with my entire life. So my dad and my stepmom. And, I just had all this personal growth work to do and healing around trauma in those relationships. And Spirit just kept guiding me back there until I was completed with that work. And little did I know that by healing the wounds and the trauma as much as I could around that relationship would bring me to a whole new place of enlightenment that I couldn't even have begun to anticipate all the gifts and the blessings that I received in that work and in the discovery that was involved in that work. And it was some very, very hard, roll up your sleeves and get down to it. And it was hard. And it was painful. And it brought up a lot of my own shadow, and having to be in the discomfort of the trauma. And thank goodness, that I had somebody, a few people that I could work with, that I felt like a peer collaboration with, that I could relax and feel comfortable enough to really do my personal growth work on a whole nother level, which I really, needed and wanted to do. And it's, believe me, finding those kind of people that are of that caliber, that have done their own work at those levels, is kind of rare. And I hate to say that, but it's true. And there are people on this planet, and I call them points of light. They are literal points of light that know exactly why they're here, and they're here to help humanity. And the greatest way that they can do that is they must always be committed to their own personal growth work and process on this path on earth. And I'm going to be doing more videos on what is personal growth work. How do you know when you need to do some? Well, if you're in a human body, you probably need to do some personal growth work. And it's once you embrace the fact that, hey, that's why you're here, is to learn and to grow and to shine, to brighten your light, to become that lighthouse. Then life becomes just so amazing. Even in the darker moments, even in the greater challenges and facing what seems to be an obstacle that may in fact be an opportunity. So it's not about winning in the moment. It's about building relationship. It's about building relationship with myself. My walk, I'm really excited and looking forward to what's coming in this series and the people that we're going to share time with in this Talk Story Tuesday. Okay? I hope you have a wonderful day.